Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Puno, and Puno, the man right, is supposed to be here already, but he's not here today. And this is Washtenaw Beat. Our first topic tonight is President Trump sending the National Guard to the Mexican border. First of all, I think it's a horrible idea. And check me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think these National Guardsmen can even staff the booths in the checkpoints, the border checkpoints, much less round up individuals who have crossed the border legally. And not to mention the fuss that will be thrown at President Trump by the Democrats in California, New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona. Because apparently they don't like that the National Guard is in their state, on the border. And personally, as a Democrat, I don't understand why we don't like this. And also I have to mention that I didn't even know presidents could do this until I think last night when Trump actually did it. Our second topic tonight is former South Korean President Park Geun Hye being sentenced to 24 years in prison for corruption charges. Way to go, South Korea! There is significant evidence to prove that Park was in the pockets of major South Korean corporations like Samsung and LG, and so obviously give her like 24 years. I'm actually saying that that's not enough. Like 30 years, but 30 years is what I'd be aiming for. But 24, that's close enough for me. And again, South Korea, good job. You did the right thing. Okay. And we do that here in America. Check me, but we do that here in America, right? I mean, I'm hoping. I'm honestly hoping. Our next topic tonight is that United Airlines will not survive this PR nightmare. Now, at last check, the stock price is down almost 3%, okay? So that's 3%, and it's been doing that continually. It's been doing that continually ever since a few months ago when they forced a woman and her emotional support animal, which was a peacock, off the plane. Now, I think that was the right thing to do, but a lot of people don't think that was the right thing to do, so that's bad PR there. And not to mention the time back last April, when United Airlines dragged a person off a plane. His face was bloody, and like it was just awful. Even passengers were just screaming at the flight attendants because, they were letting this happen, and it's appalling, really. So United, not gonna live. It's just not going to survive. There's no way. Our next topic tonight is going to be a rather long section: the trade war between President Trump and China. Okay, so first of all, President Trump put some new economic tariffs on China. And even Republicans are splitting with him on this because Trump's an isolationist, like, say, Charles Lindbergh or Hiram Revels, the senator from California. This is all World War II era, but they were isolationists. They were isolationists, and they are basically taking this exact same stance, but with Trump. But instead of Trump being against a war, he's against trade. I mean, he shuts down NAFTA. He shuts down the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and now he is slapping China with these tariffs. And just the next day, Dow drops hundreds of points. I mean, just look at that. And then China, just a few days ago, put tariffs on the U.S. Everybody saw it coming. And today, the Dow dropped 500 points. And check me on this, but I read it on the news that they dropped 500. And I'm just wondering, Trump, when are you going to listen to your economic advisors? Because I guarantee you that they did not want you to do this. They did not. And you are basically not an economist, in my opinion, that if you actually recommend doing this, like slapping tariffs on China, they're not buying it of any of our products, and our companies that buy products from China are going to be losing money because they don't have the products to make the products that we enjoy here. And not to mention that most of the products that we enjoy here are made in China and Thailand and Vietnam and yes, my home Philippines. So, so you shut down the TPP and then you slap China with these tariffs. Listen to your economists. You don't have to fulfill your campaign promises. Nobody does them. If in fact you haven't built the wall yet. And yeah, you haven't built the wall yet, and that's probably the biggest campaign promise that I can remember right now. I can't remember anymore because I'm having, but I'm very tired right now, but but just listen to your advisors and, you'll be done with it, okay? And we are approaching the end of our show, so we're going to move on to a lighter topic. It's Fun Fact Friday, and for those of you watching at my middle school, yes, I stole this from the band teacher. Missed out if you're watching this. I'm just generalizing it, not supposed to steal it from you. Or, I'm just using the name, okay? Anyways, Michigan sucks at beating Villanova in sports. Villanova defeated Michigan, our hometown heroes, 69-57. It was, one moment, let me check the score. It was 79-62. 79-62. And it's probably because, we can't make the three-pointers. We simply can't make them. I mean, there are periods in, the beginning of the game and at the end of the game, like what happened in Loyola, where we make the threes. But in the middle, the Villanova's just too darn good. Villanova's too good. And, somehow we just miss the threes. And so I keep saying in my head, go for twos, go for twos. Guess what? You're not going for twos. And I do not play sports. I watch sports, and I complain about sports. And I know that if you can't make threes, you go for twos. It's simple. Oh, and don't get me started on the football. Believe me, you do not want to get me started. Oh, yeah. So, one last thing before we sign off. Gretchen Whitmer, Michigan gubernatorial candidate, she is a great candidate, and I think that she can make it all the way. And I don't speak for CTN, but I speak for my channel, and definitely my channel, we are endorsing Gretchen Whitmer for governor. So, yeah, Whitmer for governor 2018. Yeah, that's basically all. So, we'll be back next Friday with Nikhil, hopefully, but schedules change, and that's basically it. So, you all out there have a good night. The name's Puno. The man on the right is supposed to be Nikhil Already, but he is not here today. And this is Ann Arbor Express. Have a good night.